You set up the grill the right way. Coals on one side, food on the other. You're even moving your food back and forth like you're supposed to. But somehow the meat still dried out. The chicken skin didn't crisp up. The cook finished too fast. It seems like something's off, even though you did everything right. Here's what no one tells you. When you move the food matters more than where you move it. Check this out. Two people can use the exact same grill setup, but one gets juicy perfect ribs and the other one ends up with dry overcooked meat. The difference isn't where they place the meat, it's when they made the switch. The setup isn't broken. The mistake is in the timing of your decisions. It's not enough to know where the zones are, you have to know when to act. Think about it. Your food isn't just sitting still. The heat's rising, smoke is building, moisture is escaping. You have a small window to make the right call. And that window right there, that's what separates a perfect cook from a disappointing one. And you don't need a fancy gadget to get it right. You just need to learn how to read your grill. So how do you read the signs? Here are 5 simple things your grill is already telling you if you know where to look. Number 1, sound. Listen to the sizzle. If it's gentle, you're good. If it starts popping and snapping, be on the lookout. Your food is under too much heat, move it now because the flare-up is just around the corner. Number 2, smoke. Thin blue smoke is clean. Thick white smoke right at the start is normal. But if it sticks around too long and smells bitter, your fire's choking. Number 3, heat. Don't rely on the lid thermometer alone. It's not giving you the temperature at actual great level. So keep a close eye on the meat's appearance. If it's browning faster than expected, it's time to move it to another zone. Number 4, fire behavior. Is your coal bed calm and controlled, or is it aggressive and flaring? A stable fire cooks steady. An angry fire bites back. Number 5, moisture. Spritzing too early? You're steaming, not searing. For using a water pan, add it at the start, not halfway through. Moisture helps maintain heat stability, but it won't fix dryness once it's already there. These 5 signals work together to build your grilling instinct. And the more you pay attention, the faster your timing improves. You don't have to be a pit master to get it right. Just stay alert, make small decisions early before things go off the rails. Here's a bonus tip for you. If the temperature starts swinging, if your fire just won't settle, it's okay to finish in the oven, especially when your meat has already absorbed enough smoke and you've gotten everything you can out of the grill. At this point, it's not about flavor anymore. It's about finishing strong without ruining the texture. If you want to stop guessing and start grilling with confidence, check out my guide, Grill Temperature Zones Made Easy. It breaks it all down step by step. Now that you understand the importance of timing when you're grilling, you might be wondering, what's the next step to level up my grilling game? Well, it all starts with watching this video right here, because when you pair what you just learned with what's in this video, it's going to be even more powerful. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, grill boldly, serve proudly, and enjoy the process.